Hey everyone, it's me again, Ian, and I'm back with more Audi TT Mark II content. Now what we'll be looking at today is something a little bit different. I'm going to be reviewing the Audi's sound pipe, or what other people might know as the Sound Actor, but this is more like the first gen versions. Before we dive in, please remember to subscribe to my channel and like this video. So let's have a look and see what it's all about. Basically what this sound pipe is, it allows the intake sound to come into the cabin. I came across it by accident when I was stripping down the 3.2 Audi TT motor. I saw an extra pipe coming out of the intake and I thought, where the hell does that go? So I just followed it, and it actually goes to the firewall and it channels sound from the intake into the cabin. Really cool device, so let's have a look and see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, so looking at the engine, we can see here there's the airbox, and then you've got the intake pipe there. So usually you wouldn't have that bit right in the middle, just in front of the firewall on the 2-litre cars, but you'd usually find this system on the 3.2s. But what I found is that with a 3.6 litre engine, the intake pipe itself is actually the same size, and so I decided to retrofit that sound pipe system into my car. And you know what? I'm really glad I did. I think it sounds really good. So just so you've got a really good understanding, I'll show you all the components bit by bit. So let's just have a look at it from another angle here. Just going around, you can see that it's a pipe that comes out of the intake. This is after the MAF as well. And then you can follow it down here. It bolts into sort of the underside of the rain tray, and then it's hidden behind that heat shield. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash to some of the retrofit pictures that I took in the process of putting this into my car. You do have to cut a hole into the firewall for it to work, but you know, I'll show you some videos of it in action and you can decide for yourself. So I really like it, and I'm just here to show you what it can do and how you can retrofit it to your car if you wanted to. So there's the airbox on the right, and then you've got the MAF following that. After that is the inlet pipe with the sound pipe on it. This is the sound pipe on its own, and you can see how it travels behind the heat shield, which also protects the brake booster line, aircon lines and clutch lines. Now with the heat shield removed, you can see where the sound pipe bolts into the firewall and then enters the firewall. This is what the hole looks like at the firewall on the donor car, which was a 3.2 Audi TT Mark II Quattro. This little rubber piece is the gasket that joins the sound pipe into the firewall, and there's a foam filling in there as well. First rule before cutting is always to measure twice and then cut once. This little foam piece is already a stencil that can easily come out from the firewall foam. The next step is where the Dremel comes into play, and I was just using a reinforced wheel here, and I drew the shape of the circle on the blue tape. So there's the hole through the firewall. Now there's some foam behind there which again is already stenciled out, so it's easily removed. The rubber gasket can now be inserted, and also the foam piece, but I decided not to go ahead with it because it kind of muffles the sound too much and I liked it a little bit louder. Now you can see this is what the view is like from in the cabin. It's a direct feed of sound from that sound pipe right into the footwell. Okay, so now we know what the system's supposed to look like and where everything goes. How does it actually sound? Now this is unlike the modern sound actors which are electronic. This is all coming in from the engine. So just to remind you, this is all in-cabin sound. The exhaust system that I'm running is still the stock catback from the 3.2 motor. Alright, so there you have it. Now you've seen how you can retrofit the sound pipe into your Audi TT Mark II. I think it's a really cool device. It lets you hear the engine sound, that sort of engine roar as you put your foot down, but without pissing off your neighbors. So it's loud in the cabin, however outside the cabin it's quite tame. When talking to some of my friends, I discovered that this sound pipe system is also on VW Golf Mark 5s and also for the Passat R36. I hope you guys liked that video. Remember to press the subscribe button to my channel and I'll see you next time. For more Audi TT Mark II 8J mods, you can click on the playlist that's showing up now, and you can follow my Instagram account displayed on the plate.